When people ask me what do, I freeze. Anxiety rises up from my chest. I feel confused. I feel ashamed.
How do I explain that I'm in the middle of becoming someone new?
I stay quiet and usually start describing with words what I'm trying to do. But in fact, I'm just pretending because inside I know I'm in the process of reinvention. So I don't know. We live in a world that is obsessed with clear boxes and quick answers, with titles, categories, and bios. And when you don't fit any of them, or when you are still figuring out, you feel like something is wrong with you. That has been my reality for the past 3.5 years, maybe my whole life, but especially after I became a mother.
After giving birth, I remember holding this tiny human in my arms and wondering, now what? I was mentally, emotionally, and physically exhausted and overwhelmed, trying to embody this new role as a mom, a character I wasn't familiar with. That cracked me open, not just because I didn't know what I was doing, but also because it made me question who I was, what I wanted, and what I was here for.
Becoming a mother has been one of the most difficult experiences of my life. It shook the foundations of everything I believed I was, because suddenly I didn't have time to waste. I didn't have energy to pretend. I realized I needed to take care of myself, not just with matcha or yoga, but inside. The kind of inner care that honors my inner child, my soul, and my relationship with God. At that time, I was running a coaching business, one I had put years of effort and money into. I thought that was my purpose, to share spiritual wisdom as a coach or hold a space for others as a healer. But the truth is, I wasn't in alignment with that anymore. It started to feel like I was wearing a costume. Something inside me was screaming, even though I kept pushing, but everything felt stuck. No movement, no flow, just walls. Until one day I couldn't fake it anymore. And that was the moment I knew. Even though I have invested so much into this identity, it was time to let it go, to drop the mask and start again. No one talks about this part, the messy, invisible season of starting over, of becoming someone new in front of everyone. We live in a world that celebrates certainty, success, and clarity. We applaud people at the top of the mountain. We rarely witness their climb, especially if the path isn't traditional. No 9 to 5, no title, no steps, no roadmap.
But what happens when our life doesn't follow the formula? When we can explain in one word because we are a sentence. We are a process, a paradox, a mystery to be resolved. For the past 3 years, I have been rediscovering myself. Not in secret, but publicly, online, through my work. And not because I wanted attention, but because creating helps me to understand myself better. This is how I integrate my inner shifts. So even though I didn't know much about what I was doing, I decided to keep going because this is what I love to do.
I have been experimenting, trying, failing, listening, and slowly, piece by piece, I have been returning to myself, to God, to the little girl who always knew who she was. I started taking lessons in all the things I used to love as a child, singing, dancing, acting. I have been sitting quietly, just listening to my heart, getting instructions from there, not from what others think I should do, but from within myself. I've been sitting with my pain, with the parts of me that I have left in the dark for way too long. I've been forgiving myself for forgetting who I am, for abandoning my essence, for walking away from the artistic dreams that once lit me up. I'm learning to give myself permission to try, to experiment, to see how it goes, without attachment.
The work has been hard, sometimes exhausting, sometimes terrifying. Spending time alone, talking to God and learning to listen. I have been healing, I have been forgiving, I have been dreaming. Following my own steps, learning to back up my own voice, and taking my own decisions, even when they don't make sense to anybody else.
Has been easy? Not at all. Most people around me don't understand what I'm doing. I can see it in their faces. For them, I'm just playing around, pretending to have a job. Nothing serious. But the truth is, I have been showing up and creating for months, without applause, without validation. For people, I'm confused and lost. But in reality, I'm just someone walking the path of rediscovering herself. Someone who has been brave enough to figure it out in public. This has been a messy journey of remembrance, of peeling off everything I'm not, of returning to the essence. But it's also been a spiritual path, a path of falling in love with life as it is, of getting comfortable with the blurry parts, of trusting the flow. And the most sacred gift I have received of all of this has been reconnecting with God, not as a concept, but as a presence inside me. So if you are also carving your own path, not from scratch but from the soul, stay close. I'm creating, filming, and writing, sharing the real behind the scenes of remembering who we are, without the performance, but with a focus on the process as we go. So if this is something that is hitting home, and you also feel you want to align with a life that actually feels like yours, subscribe, and I will see you next time.